Hi, my name is Britta Peterson. I'm a farm bill biologist with Pheasants Forever. I'm here today in Sauk County, which is in southwestern Wisconsin, and I'm on a wetland easement, and I am going to identify some species. If you folks out there that have a wetland or wet areas on your property are looking at how to identify species, hopefully this will help you out. So to start off, here in the wetland, we've got cattails, which is probably a pretty common sight for most folks. Here in Wisconsin, we have 3 kinds. 1 is native and 2 are non-native. The difference between them is kind of hard to tell, so really what the key is to look at how they're behaving in your wetland. If they are aggressive and taking over, it's more than likely that you have the invasive kind. Here we've got another invasive, unfortunately, which is reed canary grass, which is also probably a pretty common sight. It's very aggressive. It has deep roots that form a mat at the base of the ground and is good for holding soil together, but it also takes over everything else and causes it to be a monoculture of just reed canary grass, and very few other things will grow up in between. So it's this grass right here. And right now it's flowering, which is the end part of June. And so it's got that little bit of a purplish hue to the tops of it. We do have some nice natives here in the wetland. Starting off with this guy. This is a dark green bulrush, and you'll definitely see it in a lot of our wetlands here in Wisconsin. When it gets mature, the seeds and nuts turn brown, so they have a brown top on them, and they droop a little bit. It's in the sedge family, so it has triangular stems, and it kind of bunches up as it matures. So you'll see it in the wetlands in bunches. Another native in the wetland here is Porcupine Sedge, which is this right here. Again, it's in the sedge family, so it's going to have triangular stems. This one has these very unique fruiting heads on it. They're very bristly, just like a porcupine. They also are kind of clump formers, so you can see some there in the back. So that is Porcupine Sedge. This right here is Dudley's Rush. So it's this one right here. So as a rush, it's a little bit different from a sedge. It's going to have a round stem. It's also a wetland indicative plant, so it's going to show up where it's wet or at least moist. And right about now, which is again in end of June, it's fruiting, so it's pretty easy to spot out in the wetland. Very small. It's only about 1.5 feet tall, and very, very fine. Hopefully that was helpful for some of the species. Wetlands are a great place to find diversity for vegetation and for wildlife and for a whole host of other things. If you're a landowner and you have a wetland or a wet area on your property and have any interest in learning more about them or just what's out there, call Pheasants Forever Farm Bill Biologist, and we'd be happy to help you out.